Oke, selamat pagi semua. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera, Om Swastiastu. Saya Riani Jangkaru di sini. Selamat datang Bapak Luhut Binsar Panjaitan, Menteri Koordinator Maritim, dan juga para panelis pembicara kita hari ini, dan juga para undangan yang sudah bersiap-siap mendengarkan pemaparan dari para pembicara kunci kita hari ini. Biar lebih semangat karena kita sudah tidak sabar menunggu para panelis untuk memberikan paparannya. Pertama-tama saya akan memberikan dulu perkenalan. Perkenalkan, nama saya Riani Jangkaru. Saya selama ini biasanya melakukan berbagai kegiatan yang ada hubungan dengan kelautan, yaitu hubungannya dengan penyelamatan hiu di Indonesia. Kalau tadi sempat lihat ada istilahnya apa ya, tadi paparan videonya ada 17 sektor target Sustainable Development Goals. Jadi mulai dari ada Stephen Hawking di sana, ada Malala, lalu kita lihat nama-nama terkenal lainnya termasuk juga ada Chelsea Islan. Saya ingin meluruskan satu kebenaran pada pagi hari ini. Saya Riani,
not Chelsea Islan. We look alike.
Maunya begitu ya. Oke, biar lebih santai sedikit. Jadi sedikit penjelasan mengenai
A little explanation on Social Good Summit 2017. For the third time, Rappler Indonesia cooperate with United Nations Development Program UNDP to organize Social Good Summit 2017 in partnership with Plaza Indonesia, Prestige Magazine, and Demand Magazine. Social Good Summit is organized annually during the UN General Assembly Week, whereby the participants are community leaders and from the entertainment sector, civil society, including university students like all of us. Sir, you are still a student?
Masih pagi ya Pak, harus senyum ya Pak ya.
You have to smile, it's still in the morning, discussing challenges, including for the achievement of Sustainable Development Goals or SDGs. So starting from poverty eradication, prevention of corruption, environmental protection, promotion of renewable and new energy, and up to the health sector. So SGS Jakarta this year has the theme Marine Biodiversity Conservation for Lasting Prosperity for the People.
Artinya adalah ya.
It has quite a long translation, so you just need to use Google Translate.
Kenapa? Karena posisi negara kepulauan yang strategis secara politik,
we are an archipelagic nation with a strategic position. We have a vast mangrove and coral reefs, including biodiversity and other species outside of coral reefs, including fish. Indonesia is one of the tuna sea lanes. Talking about the challenge of Indonesia during the open communication era, issues related to the sea are spotlighted by the world. For example, the plastic waste in the sea, and then the damage to marine biodiversity.
Tapi sebelum kita mulai paparan para pembicara kunci ini, mari kita
Before we begin, let us welcome Ms. Anita Nerode, United Nations Resident Coordinator, to deliver his opening remarks. Let us applause.
Selamat pagi semua. Good morning, everyone. I would like to take this opportunity to thank you all for coming. I want to thank all those people who are streaming in live today for the Social Good Summit. I also want to thank our partnership with Rappler Media. I want to thank Plaza Indonesia for hosting us at the Social Good Summit. And very importantly, I would like to recognize the presence of His Excellency Parliamentary Luhut Panjaitan, the Coordinating Minister for Maritime Affairs at this event. Let me also in advance thank all of the very inspiring speakers who are going to be coming in today to talk about this issue of preserving marine biodiversity. Every year, the United Nations holds a Social Good Summit. The purpose of this summit is really for people from all walks of life and policymakers to come and talk about innovative solutions for sustainable development. So it is about creativity, it is about innovation, it is about ideas in a world that is going increasingly digital and which is getting increasingly technologically progressive. And every year in Indonesia, UNDP Indonesia has been organizing this Social Goods Summit, and we thought that this year the topic that you have before you is a very critical one. Let me just share a few of my own perceptions. I arrived in Indonesia a few months ago, and I was really struck by the fact that around 70% of the territory of this country is water. This country is teeming with some of the richest marine biodiversity in the world. You have tourists coming from across the world to visit your beautiful country, to visit your beautiful beaches, to visit and see and experience the incredible marine life. 1 in 4 people in this country rely on fish for food. It provides food, it provides protein, it provides jobs, livelihoods. It supports a huge fishing industry. It fuels the economy. So we're looking at all the wonderful benefits that all these magnificent oceans, both circling Indonesia but also around the world, provide to the people in this planet and contribute to the prosperity of this planet. But what is happening? If you look at what is happening, the oceans around us across the world are facing so many threats. The threats are coming from so many different directions. For example, illegal, unregulated and unreported fishing is causing global economies to lose at least $360 billion per year. That is immense. That is huge. Every year, globally, 8 million tons of plastic is dumped into the ocean. Currently, we have more plastic in the oceans on our planet than we have stars in our galaxy. And by 2015, there will be more plastic in oceans than there will be fish. And this plastic and this marine debris is affecting not only us, it's affecting 600 other species. So this is a very worrying and scary situation, isn't it? It's a situation where each and every one of us, no matter where we live, can, within the context of our households and our societies and our communities, do what we can to make a difference. It doesn't really require million-dollar ideas. It requires us to follow perhaps some simple rules: reuse, recycle. I heard a wonderful story about a young Indonesian gentleman who's actually using cassava, yucca, to develop plastic bags as a substitute for plastic bags. So it's about also having creativity, innovation, and new ideas to address some of these challenges. And lastly, let me say that this is an issue that not only impacts us and all the young people, but it's an intergenerational issue. It impacts our children and their children. So it's very important for us to act now. Our moderator for this event talked about the Sustainable Development Goals, and the goal number 14 is talking about life underwater. So let me end by saying, from our side, we would like you all to be ambassadors for life underwater. And we look forward to engaging with you today and as we move along on this very important issue. Thank you so much. Terima kasih banyak. Enjoy the morning. Thank you, Pak.
Thank you very much, Ibu Anita Nirodi. So, jadi teman-teman, sangat menarik ya, dan juga sedikit menggelitik begitu kita dipaparkan banyak sekali isu-isu di laut ini, terutama di Indonesia, yang justru kebanyakan terdengar isu-isu yang agak kurang manis sepertinya. Tapi sebenarnya yang menjadi tantangan untuk kita semua adalah apakah benar
is
bangsa
whether it's
Indonesia
true
atau
that
pemerintah kita
Indonesia
tuh
or
tidak
our
pernah melakukan
government
apa-apa?
never does
Itu kan
anything.
seringkali menjadi pertanyaan
So
besar.
that is often the big
Kebanyakan dari kita
question.
seringkali
Most of
sudah
us,
yang namanya kalau udah ada sesuatu berita negatif
when there is,
langsung percaya,
negative news, then we
langsung
will believe that
langsung
right away.
rasanya langsung menyalahkan
And we will
berbagai
blame,
pihak. Lupa bahwa
various
sebenarnya kita
parties,
bisa
and we
memiliki
forget
andil
actually,
lebih dalam
we
mengatasi
can
isu
take
tersebut.
part in addressing
Tapi
the issue.
teman-teman, berhubung kita di sini ada Bapak Luhut Binsar Panjaitan, Menteri Koordinator Bidang Kemaritiman Indonesia yang membawahi berbagai macam kementerian yang terkait dengan isu maritim Indonesia. Beliau bisa menjawab pertanyaan-pertanyaan kita tersebut. Silakan Bapak.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Peace be upon us all.
Oke. Ibu Anita,
Madam Anita,
all of the UNDP people. First of all, I'd like to, express, I don't know how to say, but I really thank you for this opportunity, and I would like to see more and more this kind of activities to organize such a young generation of Indonesia to get together and to see what's the future of Indonesia. But let me also speak in Bahasa, otherwise they will expel me from this room because this is Indonesia. Adik-adik sekalian, saya ingin menjelaskan nanti agak loncat-loncat melihat Indonesia ini ke depan bagaimana. Karena Indonesia ke depan itu akan menjadi satu negara besar. Tapi bagaimana kita nyampe itu?
How do we reach that? That is important. So I will start with the World Economic Forum, which predicted that Indonesia will become one of the four big economies in the world with our PDB, $5.4 trillion, and we have income per capita some 30,000. That will occur in 2030. So it's only another 13 years. So if you are 20 years old now or 25, so when you are 38, Indonesia will reach that summit. So that's your run. That's your part. I will be 70. I will not be part of that anymore. I will be old and haggard and coughing. So if we look at our economy now, it grows faster. Since 2015, if we see our economy has improved, the data is there. You can look at it. So actually, in terms of economy, I asked Pak Purbaya, the macroeconomy expert, and he developed a study, in-depth study on our economy. So we are very confident with the chief of the executive office of the president. We can balance the economy so that we can improve the economy. Our inflation is also controlled. On average below 4%. This year is also around that figure. So the homework of the government, by improving the issue of food, especially rice and the basic necessities, so we can maintain inflation at around 3%, which is good for our economy. So the impact of the economic improvement is shown by the reduction in poverty and inequality, although it's small, but it is running. Why? Because it's of efficiency. Me as coordinating ministry, I can tell you, all actions are done in an integrated manner. Because it is integrated, so that becomes complete. For example, LRT, I took over, and it's already running 30%, 20 to 30%. In fact, there are many problems. Now, we improve that. And then, there is President said, the procedure needs to be careful. The president summoned me. The procedure is not so sound yet, so now we develop the procedure because this is a new thing. So, and now it's ready. So I said, hopefully, God willing, in November, the financial aspect will run. So who does this? Young people, the young generation. In my office now, there are many youth, many young people, around 25, 30. So that is the range. The commander is Miss Masita. Where is Miss Masita?
bawah sana.
Oh,
Itu
she's
Masita
over
tuh
there.
PhD
Masita is
dalam
PhD
makroekonomi.
in
Nah,
macroeconomy.
komandan lebih besar lagi Pak
And
Purbaya. Pak
the
Purbaya berdiri
supervisor
dulu.
is
Nah, ini
Mr. Purbaya.
makroekonomi.
He is
Nah,
the macroeconomist.
mereka itu yang melihat.
So
Nah, mereka ini
they
turun
are
ke
the
bawah.
one who oversee.
Jadi
They go
tidak
to the
hanya
bottom,
sekadar kita
so
lihat,
not just on
kami
top.
kirim tim lihat
We send team
kemiskinan
to
di pantai
look at
selatan,
poverty at
Jawa
the southern
Barat,
coast of
semua
West
selatan,
Java.
Jampang Kulon, Gempeng,
Jampang
semua
Kulon,
kita lihat.
Gempeng, we
Kita
look
temukan apa
at the
masalahnya,
areas
sehingga
and
kita
we
tahu
identify the
terapinya
problem
apa.
so
Kita
that
lihat
we will
sekarang
know the
sudah masalah
solution.
infrastruktur jalan.
Now the
Apakah
infrastructure
cukup?
is running.
Ternyata
Is
tidak.
it enough?
Multiplier
In fact, it's
effect-nya
not.
itu
The
butuh waktu,
multiplier
sehingga
effect
kita
needs
langsung
time.
bawa.
So
Lihat sekarang ini
we
apa?
look
Misalnya bendungan kecil,
at the
jalan
small
kecil,
dam,
jembatan
small
kecil dan
road,
sebagainya yang kita
and
perbaiki.
so on. We will
Kondisi
repair
ekonomi juga
those.
membaik kalau
And
tidak
economic
utang,
condition
kita
also
sudah dapat
improves
jadi
our
investment
debt.
grade
We have
dari
a
apa
good
namanya,
grade
dari,
from
apa,
S&P.
S&P rating dengan triple B
Rating
minus
with
itu.
triple
Apa
B
artinya?
minus. What does that
Indonesia
mean?
terpercaya
Indonesia
dan
is
seterusnya.
trusted and so on and
Nah,
so
ini
on.
baru terjadi
So
sejak tahun
this happened since
1992.
1992.
Jadi setelah
So
berapa tahun?
after how many
Lama
years? So after
Sekarang baru
many years,
jadian. Anda lihat chart itu.
you can look at the chart. You can look at the chart.
Kemudian indeks kepercayaan
And then
konsumen
the
terhadap pemerintah juga
consumer
puas. Kalau Anda
trust
lihat ini
index
Pak Purbaya,
on the government,
dia punya data
the
yang
public
sangat
is
lengkap.
satisfied on the performance of
Ya,
the
jadi
government.
saya kira nanti bisa
So
tanya
I
jawab
think you
karena
can
saya
have
terang
a
harus
Q&A
lihat
because
cepat.
I have to
Nanti
leave.
Pak Purbaya bisa
Later
bantu
Pak
saya kalau
Purbaya can help
makroekonomi,
me
pertanyaan buat kalian.
on macroeconomy
Nah sekarang
questions.
next slide.
Next,
Saya juga masuk mengenai
I
maritim.
also go into
Maritim
maritime
itu tadi kita
aspect.
punya laut
We have
itu
sea,
79%
79% of
dari
sea
seluruh Indonesia.
of
Kita hanya
Indonesia, of our
apa
territory.
21% yang darat.
Only 21% is
Ini
land.
Anda lihat nih, ada
So
3
you
arti
see
kita.
here, we have
Ya, ini.
3 archipelagic
Jadi
sea
ini
lanes.
dulu tidak ada
Previously,
begini.
there was
Sekarang
no
kita
such
sudah
thing,
buat
but
ini.
now we have
Sehingga
developed this. So
ini tidak kita perhatikan dulu, kita tidak sadar
bahwa
bahwa
previously
Indonesia
we
kaya.
were not unaware. We were
Nah,
unaware
waktu
that
saya ketemu
Indonesia
Perdana
is
Menteri
rich. When I
Jepang,
met the
kira-kira
Japanese
2
Prime
bulan,
Minister
7 bulan lalu,
7 months ago,
itu saya juga bingung mau mulai apa.
I was
ngomong
also
sama dia. Tapi
confused
saya
what to
yakin,
say, but I'm sure
kira-kira Prime Minister ini nggak tahu juga Indonesia itu sebesar
the
apa. Saya
Prime
tunjukin
Minister
beliau.
didn't know how big we are,
Saya
so
bilang,
I
"Beliau,
showed
ini
him.
Indonesia."
So this
Jadi
is
dari
Indonesia
Merauke sampai ke
from
Sabang itu,
Merauke to
saya bilang Prime
Sabang.
Minister like 8 hours
Told
flying
him
time.
it's about 8 hours flying
While
time,
from Jakarta to Tokyo,
while from Jakarta
only 6
to
hours,
Tokyo is only 6
45
hours,
minutes.
45 minutes.
So you can see the size of Indonesia.
So you can see the
Consists
size of
of 17,000
Indonesia,
islands
consisting of
and
17,000
300
islands and
local languages.
300
Dan
local
semua
languages.
baru dia hide. Dan saya
And
bilang
then
sama beliau
he
juga,
agreed with
ini
me.
South China Sea itu di sini.
And South China Sea is
Ini,
here.
South China Sea.
This is South
Jadi
China
kalau kita
Sea.
bikin
So
sini ada kaya sekali di perbatasannya,
i-
baru dia sadar. Sebenarnya kita
and then
theoretically sebenarnya
theoretically,
berpengaruh sekali.
we are very
Strategi
influential.
Indonesia di antara
Our
dua
strategic
lautan
position is
samudra
between two big
kontinen
oceans.
ini,
The continent
kita punya
here,
peran yang besar
we have
sekali.
a significant role
Kita
here.
penduduknya 261
Our population is
juta,
some
itu
260
satu
million
market yang
people.
besar,
It is a
hampir
big
setengah
market,
dari
nearly
jumlah
half of the number
ASEAN yang 600
of
juta
population of
Nah,
ASEAN.
negara kepulauan ini saya
So
pikir juga
the
menjadi penting.
archipelagic nation is
Kita
important.
harus bersatu.
We have to be
Tapi
united.
bersatu pulau ini saja, sebenarnya saya juga kadang-kadang sedih lihat
But
banyak
sometimes
senior
I'm
itu
sad.
ngomong
The
perbedaan-perbedaan.
senior
Padahal
talk about
nanti
differences,
saya akan turun
whereas
sama Anda.
I
Challenging di
will go
depan
with
kalian
you.
sekarang luar
The
biasa.
challenge in front of
Yaitu
you is
teknologi
significant.
yang nanti saya akan masuk
Technology.
ke situ.
I will
Next slide.
talk about that later. Next
Poros
slide.
maritim dunia saya kira visi
The
misi
World
kita ini dari
Maritime
zamannya Bung
Axis.
Karno.
This is the vision
Sekarang
from
kita buat
Soekarno
zamannya
era,
Pak Jokowi kita
and
jalanin.
now we do it
Ya,
in
saya
Jokowi's
agak cepat
era.
karena saya harus
I
pergi,
have
saya
to
ngejar pesawat
speed
terbang
up
saya
because
nanti
I have to
ketinggalan.
go to the airport. I don't want to miss my
Misi
flight.
kebijaksanaan kelautan Indonesia itu
The
ada
mission
lihat.
for
Semua kita sudah
sea
buat. Ini
policy,
belum pernah
we
ada
made
dokumen
this.
ini, baru sekarang.
We don't have,
Padahal
previously we
kita
didn't have this
negara
document,
kelautan terbesar
whereas
di
we are
dunia.
the largest
Anda bisa
maritime
bayangin
country in the world.
72
You
tahun
can
kita,
imagine
baru 6
72
bulan lalu
years.
nih kita buat.
We just
Selama ini kita
developed
lupa.
this
Selalu
6
semua di
months
darat.
ago. We
Pak di
forgot
laut
this.
kekayaan kita setahun, kita bisa
In the sea,
eksplorasi
we have a lot
kira-kira
of
potensialnya
resources.
1,3 triliun
The potential
US
is
dollar.
1.3
Sekarang berapa yang kita sudah
trillion
kita
US
ambil?
dollar per year.
Baru 8,
Now,
7,
how much
8%.
have we
Yang lain
taken?
kenapa?
Maybe
Kita
only
lupa.
8%.
Justru yang terjadi sekarang
What
banyak
happens
sampah
now?
plastik
There are
di
many
sana,
plastic
karena
waste.
sampah plastik itu
Because
datang
of
dari
that,
darat
because that
80%.
plastic waste
Nah,
come
itu
from
salah
the
satu
land,
yang harus kita
80%.
tackle bersama-sama
So we have to tackle that
dengan
together.
Anda sekarang ini, dan kami sudah mulai kerja.
And we have
Kami
and
sudah
we
mulai
have
kerja.
started
Dan
to
tidak
work,
akan cukup
and it will not be
tanpa
enough
dukungan kita
without
semua. Kalau hanya pemerintah
all your
saja,
support. If it's just only the government,
Tapi kami
forget
dorong
it.
sekarang.
But
Nah,
we
yang kerjain
encourage
siapa?
you.
Anak-anak
Who
muda
does
lagi.
that? Young people.
Nah, kalian harus
You
menjadi bagian dari
must
itu
become
juga.
part of that.
Tol laut juga kita
Toll,
lakukan untuk
sea
menurunkan
toll,
biaya,
we also
biaya
developed that to
logistik.
reduce
Jadi kita punya
logistical
30
cost. So we have
logistik base di Indonesia,
30
Timur Indonesia.
logistical
Nah,
base
itu
in
sekarang
eastern Indonesia,
mulai jalan.
and now it's
Dan sehingga
starting
dengan
to run.
begitu harga
So
sekarang
therefore,
itu
the current
mulai antara
price
15 sampai
is between
20% turun
15
di Indonesia Timur,
to
sehingga dengan
20%
demikian
reduction in
kemampuan rakyat
eastern
untuk
Indonesia,
membelinya
so
lebih bagus.
people will have a
Kita
better
membuat
purchasing
industrial
power.
zone outside
And we
Jawa.
developed
Ini penting.
industrial zone
Salah
outside
satu yang sudah
Java.
jalan
This is
adalah
important.
Morowali.
One that
Morowali
has
itu
been
kita
running
buat
is
integrated.
Morowali.
Nah,
We
saya
made it
titip
in an
kalian akan jadi
integrated manner.
pemimpin ke depan.
You will be leaders in
Satu
the
yang saya
future.
titip,
One thing
kau
that
kalau
I
menyelesaikan masalah harus
ask you to
selalu
do,
terintegrasi.
you have to
Karena
do
tanpa
everything in
terintegrasi
an
tidak akan
integrated
bisa. Itu
manner.
yang selalu
Otherwise, it
banyak
won't
ada
be
mangkrak
possible.
proyek itu.
That's
Karena
why
tidak
many
diselesaikan secara
projects are not
terintegrasi.
completed.
Jadi seperti saya Menteri Koordinator Maritim.
Me, as the coordinating
Misalnya,
minister
tanggung jawab
for
saya
maritime
perhubungan.
affairs, for example, my
Itu tadi
responsibility on
menyelesaikan
transportation,
lapangan terbang Kertajati.
constructing
Ya, saya
the
harus
airport,
terintegrasi.
so I
Harus
have to do it
ada
in
di
an
situ,
integrated manner.
Menteri Pertanahan,
It
harus
must
ada
involve
lingkungan,
land
harus
ministry,
kereta api,
environmental
harus,
ministry, railway
perbankan dan semua.
official,
Duduk.
banking, and
Harus
everyone have
Pemda
to sit
tingkat
down.
satu, Pemda
The
tingkat
provincial
dua.
government,
Duduk.
local governments should sit
Identifikasi
together
masalah.
and
Kita
identify
siapkan.
problems.
Nah,
We
sekarang apa kerjaan
prepare.
Apa
And
kerjaan
what is your
apa
duty? What is
kerjaanmu?
your
Kapan
duty?
kau bisa
So
selesaikan?
when can you
Sehingga semua
complete it?
selesai.
So everything
Apa
will be
masalahmu?
completed. What is
Kita
your problem?
identifikasi.
So we
Nah,
identify.
itu terjadi,
So
sekarang
that
jalan.
happens, and now
Jadi
everything is
Kertajati
running
itu yang
smoothly.
tadinya
So
itu
the
sempat
Kertajati,
goyang gini,
the
dia
airport
bilang,
that was once
kau punya
hampered,
tanggung jawab. Bupati, kau
I
harus
affirm
bereskan soal
the
tanah.
responsibility. I
Dia
asked
bilang
the
begini,
head of
begini,
district
begini,
to resolve the
macam-macam
land
tuh.
issue, and he gave me a
Bilang
lot of
begini, kau
excuse,
periksa dia kalau macam-macam.
and I
Langsung
said,
batuk-batuk dia.
and I
Ya, akhirnya
just
apa?
made myself
Sekarang,
clear, and
apa
he,
namanya itu,
complied.
Juni tahun depan saya kasih target.
June next year, I
Haji
gave the
harus
target.
berangkat
The
dari
Hajj
Kertajati.
pilgrimage must
Dan the
depart
first
from
airport
Kertajati
can
Airport, and
accommodate
the first airport to
apa namanya,
accommodate
Airbus 380
Airbus
itu adalah dari
380 is
Kertajati.
from Kertajati
Tidak
Airport.
cukup itu. Saya bilang anak muda lagi. datang
And
settle,
young
nggak ada
people settle,
Anak
where
muda
is
lagi
settle?
seumur kalian 34 tahun saya
About
pakai.
34 years like
Anak
you,
buahnya Purbaya.
the
Dia bilang, Pak, kita bikin
subordinates or
apa
Mr.
namanya
Purbaya,
itu, logistic base.
let us
Kenapa
make logistic base.
Mereka
Why
paparin.
logistic base?
Karena
They
dekat
explain,
dengan apa
because
namanya
it's
itu,
close to
Patimbang.
Patimbang,
Dekat apa namanya
close
Cirebon.
to Cirebon.
Jalan tol ke
The tollway
mana? Ke Bandung.
to
Ini
Bandung.
menjadi sentral.
This is central.
Nah, saya bicara di TV.
So,
Saya bilang
I
di TV
talk on
jangan bawa Alibaba kemari.
TV and don't bring Alibaba
Ide Alibaba
here.
yes. Tapi bikin
Alibaba
Ali TV
idea,
atau Babai TV.
Alibaba idea, yes.
Masa nggak
but
bisa? Kalau
use
kita
your
bilang
own
kita
idea.
sekarang saya challenge. Kemarin saya bicara hari Minggu lalu, hari apa tuh? Kamis atau
The other day
Rabu
I
di
spoke
TV.
at
Saya
ITV.
bilang sama mereka, ada
I
konferensi
told
besar, saya
them-
diundang. Saya bilang sama rektor, Pak Rektor,
I told to the
sekarang
rector,
Anda anukan.
Mr. Rector,
Saya bilang Profesor Satrio
now you do it.
Brojonegoro, kumpulin anak-anak muda
Brojonegoro,
Indonesia, bikin research di TV,
gather all
lahirkan
the
itu.
Indonesian
Pilot
students
project kalian itu
and
Kertajati.
develop
Masa
a
nggak
pilot
bisa?
project for
Yang
Kertajati.
aturkan kita aja. Kenapa mesti impor?
We
Di
don't
mana
have to
gitu? Saya lapor
import.
Presiden.
I report
Dia
to
setuju,
the
Pak.
president. He
Setuju.
agreed.
Saya jalanin loh Pak Presiden, jalanin. Kita jalan aja. Lah kenapa? Kalau ada kurang lebihnya sedikit,
If there
itu
is
kan
a
learning process.
weakness, it's a
Ya,
learning
tidak boleh
process.
ketakutan sepanjang
We
kamu
shouldn't fear. As
melakukan
long
dengan
as you
benar,
do it
kamu
correctly,
jangan takut.
don't fear.
Background saya itu militer.
My background is
Saya
military.
22 tahun di Kopassus.
I was
Jadi saya
I was
selalu
22
kerja dalam
years in the
Dan
special
saya
force,
percaya teamwork itu akan
and
menyelesaikan
I
banyak
use
masalah.
teamwork, and I
Dan
agree
kedua, saya
teamwork
titip kalian,
will
ketauladanan
resolve a
itu
lot of
penting.
issues.
Jadi kalau sebagai
And
pemimpin,
you have
kau
to
harus
be
tunjukkan pada
a
anak
role
buahmu
model
bahwa
to
kamu
show
itu
your
bekerja
subordinates
menurut
that you
aturan.
work in accordance with the
Saya
rule.
melakukan itu, makanya saya
I do
berdiri
that.
hari ini.
That's why I
walaupun
stand
saya
here
20
today.
tahun.
Although I'm
Saya
an
jadi
old
tentara,
man,
jadi duta
I
besar,
was
jadi
a
menteri, jadi
soldier,
pengusaha, jadi menteri lagi.
minister,
Ya,
ambassador,
saya bayar pajak.
businessman, and I pay tax.
Sehingga anak buah saya juga
So my
hormat sama
subordinates
saya.
also
Kenapa?
respect me
Ya dia lihatlah,
because
ini
they
bosnya benar
see
enggak gitu.
the
Waktu saya
boss
tentara,
is
saya tidak pernah melakukan
truthful,
membuat
righteous.
peraturan yang saya
When
tidak bisa
I
lakukan.
was a soldier, I
Kalian
never made
nanti
rules
juga
that I could never
Karena dalam
implement.
era
So
globalisasi
you have to be
semua
like that
transparan
because
nantinya.
in the globalization
Next
era,
slide.
everything will be
Ada
transparent.
industri maritim
Next slide.
Indonesia
There
sekarang
is
saya kira
Indonesian
berjalan dengan
maritime
bagus.
industry is running well now.
Nah, apa yang sedikit terpengaruh dengan ini,
What
apa
is
namanya
affected
teknologi?
by
Itu
technology is
Pariwisata ini
tourism.
kita bangun 10
We develop
tujuan
tourism, 10
pariwisata.
destinations.
Kenapa pariwisata menjadi
Why
penting?
tourism becomes
Adik-adik
important?
sekalian, itu
Brothers and sisters,
energi akan turun.
energy will
Sekarang ada
decrease.
self gas di
Now
Amerika.
there is a gas
Itu
in America.
Amerika sekarang Timur
America,
Tengah tidak menjadi penting lagi
Middle
untuk mereka.
Eastern is not
Kenapa?
important
Mereka
anymore
tidak
for them
tergantung di sana
because
lagi.
they don't
Mereka
depend on
punya
them
cukup
anymore.
energi
They
dalam
have
negeri.
enough
Apa
energy
lagi yang berubah?
domestically. What
Sekarang
changed?
teknologi lagi.
Now
Mobil
technology.
listrik. Mobil listrik itu akan segera
electric car will
masuk di market.
immediately
Kapan?
go into the
Dalam
market.
5-10
When?
tahun
In
akan
5-10 years,
30%
30%
mobil
of
listrik
cars
akan masuk
of
di dunia.
electric cars will
Akibatnya
enter
apa?
the world.
Penggunaan
And what happens?
fosil energi
The use
kurang.
of fossil
Akibat fosil
energy will
energi
decrease.
kurang,
Because of that,
ya apa? Orang bicara baterai.
People
Mobil
talk
itu
about
baterai
battery.
yang paling penting, lithium.
the car use lithium
Di negerimu
battery.
ini,
In your
salah
country,
satu
in this
dari bahan
country,
baku
one of
untuk
the
baterai
materials
lithium
for
itu
lithium
adalah namanya
battery
thorium.
is called thorium.
Thorium itu kita punya
Thorium, we have thorium in
punya
Ambon,
di Bangka Belitung.
in Bangka Belitung,
Sekarang kita ekspor.
and now we export
Rare earth
them,
itu.
the rare
Kenapa kita
earth.
tidak buat? Saya challenge ITB lagi.
Then I challenge
Kalian
ITB.
jangan hanya omong aja.
Hey,
Sekarang fokus.
now you have to focus.
Mari kita buat
Let
ini
us
gitu. Research.
make this. Let us
Saya
do
bilang sama
research.
Profesor Satria
I
Brojonegoro,
told
dia
to
pas
Professor
saya,
Satria
dulu
Brojonegoro,
mantan Dirjen Dikti, dia dari Berkeley PhD, engineer.
he has a
Saya bilang, saya
PhD
telepon dia lagi
engineer.
di
I
Tokyo.
called him. He was in Tokyo.
Mas Satrio, Anda,
Hey,
Anda
Brother
dong
Satrio,
backup
you
ini semua,
should
organize.
back up all
Setuju nggak?
this.
Setuju. Kita lakukan di ITB.
And I did it and we did it together
masa
at
nggak bisa?
ITB.
Masa akan lebih pintar orang-orang Amerika dan orang Indonesia?
Oh,
Dia
we
bilang
are.
kita ini dikerangkang aja Pak Lu, sekarang
can
kita
do
tancap. Nggak perlu tanya, saya yang tanggung jawab. Bikin. Kita cari uangnya.
Let us find the
Supaya apa? Kalau
money,
kita bikin
the
baterai,
budget,
kita
so
tidak
that when
menjadi
we
market
develop battery,
dari high
battery,
technology.
we don't become
Karena
a
kalau kita
market
jadi market dari high technology,
of
kita akan
high-tech
jadi
technology.
masalah. Nah, sampah plastik itu berasal dari darat. Ini
The
kalau Anda
waste-
lihat, 80%.
The plastic waste
Itu,
comes from land.
maaf nih, ini
80%.
Anda yang wanita, perempuan,
Those
Anda makan ikan yang sudah kontaminasi dengan
women
plastik,
eat
itu Anda punya
fish
janin,
that are
Anda punya bayi,
contaminated
itu
by
bisa cacat.
plastic. Your
Bisa segala macam
baby
terjadi.
can get a
Karena ikan
birth
itu sudah
defect
parah.
because the
Nah, ini
fish
yang harus
is
kita hadapi.
polluted. So
Kita
we have to address
sebut
this.
sini save our
So,
seas,
save our
yang jadi
seas.
topik kita next slide. Sekarang ini apa ini? Ya, ini. Anda lihat ini.
You see
Ini
this.
menjadi penting
This is
karena
important
menurut saya
because I think
Indonesia nomor
Indonesia
2
is number 2.
ya, sekarang menjadi tempat sampah plastik,
The
debris
plastic
ini yang harus kita
debris
hadapi.
here, we
Dan
have
ini
to
adalah masalah dunia.
face this. This is a world issue
Dan masalah Indonesia.
and
Saya bicara
Indonesia's
sama Ibu
problem.
Anita,
I talked to
ini program,
Madam
saya bilang
Anita.
saya tidak mau lagi lah bicara-bicara
I
internasional
don't want
terlalu sering.
to
Udah capek, kita tahu masalahnya.
talk
How
too
do we
much. We know
tackle,
the
how do we
problem.
handle
How
this
do we
setting the
tackle?
issue?
That is most
We are not talking
important.
anymore speech
We are
here,
not
speech there. I
talking
gave my speech
about
already
giving
in
too
UN.
many speeches. I
It's
already
enough.
gave my speech at the
And I told
UN. It's
the UN
enough.
at the time, I said, okay,
And I
the
told
government
UN
of
at that
Indonesia
time,
commit,
The government of Indonesia is committed
reduce the plastic
to
debris
reduce
70%
plastic debris
by
by 70% by
2025.
2025. That is our goal.
Jadi our goal sudah itu.
So that is
Sekarang
our
how
goal.
do we do it?
So
That's the
now
issue.
how do we do it? That is
I don't
the
think that
issue.
we can do it alone.
I don't think we
We
can
have
do
to
it
do it
alone.
together.
We have to do it
We have
together.
to form that apa namanya
We have to
cooperation with
form
international
cooperation with
Makanya
international
saya senang sekali
community. So I'm
Ibu
very
Anita
glad
dengan tim
Ibu
dari
Anita and
UNDP
team from UNDP
melakukan ini.
does
Ayo
this.
kita kerja.
Let us work.
Kalau kita mau save negeri
If
kita
we
ini,
want to save
atau
our
save
country
future.
or our
Kemudian
future.
dampak plastik saya
And then
kira
the impact
sudah
of plastic. I think it's
juga menjadi
already,
isu.
this is also an issue.
dampak kepada manusia Anda
Impact
lihat.
on people,
Anda lihat
on
aja
humans.
nanti
You
semua
can
slide-nya.
see all the slides.
Kemudian bagaimana
And then
atasi masalah
how
sampah
do we
plastik
address
ini
the
kita
issue
sudah mulai
of
kerjakan.
plastic waste? We have started
Seperti
to work,
misalnya
for
ini sekarang
example,
Citarum. Citarum the
Citarum
dirtiest
River.
river on earth.
Citarum
today.
is the dirtiest river
So,
on earth today.
kita mau rapat
So
ini minggu ini.
this week we
Langsung
are addressing
kerja.
it. We
Dan
work
saya bilang malah Ibu
directly,
Anita supaya diundang,
and
dan
I
saya bilang masih Kak,
informed
undang itu.
Madam Anita
Biar nanti UNDP lihat
to
bagaimana
inform
how do we handle it.
UNDP
It's
so
not
that
an
we
easy
can work
one.
together to address
Saya
the
bilang sama
problem. It's not
gubernur
an
kemarin.
easy problem.
Gubernur bilang, "Kumaha,
I
Pak,
talked to
iya,
the
Pak, iya."
governor.
Kang Aher, iya mah tong kumaha-kumaha, kita we have to do something. Ya, setuju Pak, pokoknya Bapak take a lead ya.
The
Ya,
governor asked what to do, and then I said we have
benar
to do
ya,
something,
benar. Udah, kita
and
undang.
I will take a lead.
Jadi nanti kalau kalian ada yang mau hadir juga, Kak, Ibu
So
Masita ya,
if anyone
undang
wants
aja
to go
teman-teman yang
there,
anak-anak muda kalian
please
tuh.
invite
So,
the young
lihat,
people to
how do we
see
do it?
how do we do it.
Ini tidak akan selesai setahun.
This will not be completed
baru
in 1
permulaan.
year. This is
Takes
only
time.
the beginning. It takes
Nah,
time.
itu your generation.
That is, so it's
To be
the
part
role
of
of your
this.
generation to be
Nggak
part
bisa
of
nggak?
this.
Kemudian
And
membangun
then
maritim,
developing
memperhatikan lingkungan.
maritime
Ini,
sector,
saya pidato di mana
protecting
ini?
the environment.
Ini tuh sampah
I
ini.
gave speech. Look at
Anda
the
lihat.
trash here, the waste.
Macam-macam contoh.
Various
Orang surfing,
examples. People surf,
sampah.
and
Lihat,
it causes, and there is a
Bagaimana
waste.
turis mau jalan?
How can tourism be
Tahu-tahu tiba-tiba
successful?
kena sampah, kena
because
sampah
of waste.
tajam dia infeksi dia.
then
Dia bilang,
they
no way kamu ke
can
Indonesia
get
anymore.
injured from the
Selesai
waste
kita.
and they
Padahal
can get
revenue negara
infection,
paling besar 2019
and we have a tourism problem.
devisanya
Whereas the
adalah
foreign
dari
exchange from the
turis,
tourism
bukan
sector
energi
is
lagi.
quite large, not
Itu
from
udah
energy
berubah.
anymore.
Landscape-nya itu berubah.
The landscape has
Orang nggak
changed.
sadar, pikir
People
turis
are
itu
not aware. They
yang
think
orang gagal kan ada energi, migas. Oh,
tourism
no way.
doesn't contribute a
Today
lot,
is a
but
tourist.
today tourism
The
sector
cheapest
contributes
investment
a
also
lot,
to,
and it's
apa
the
namanya,
cheapest
to get
investment
feedback,
to get
apa namanya,
feedback,
return
to
is
get
tourism.
return.
Nah, jadi turis itu jadi penting.
So
Jangan
tourism
dianggap
sector
enteng.
is very important. Don't take it
Kemudian
lightly.
komitmen Indonesia.
And then
next slide.
Indonesia's
Ini juga
commitment.
Anda lihat,
Next slide, you
ini.
can see.
Udah, saya bicara di UN udah cukup sekali.
I
Ngapain lagi
talked
bicara lagi?
once at the UN. That's
Sekarang
enough.
kerjanya.
Now, what
Kita
is
selama
more
terlalu banyak
important is
bicara,
to do it, to work, to implement.
habis waktu. Saya diundang ke Malta.
I was invited in Malta to speak, and
Lapor presiden
I
kemarin,
said that's
"Udah, Pak, saya
enough,
nggak pergi, Pak,"
enough of
bilang.
speech.
Karena
I didn't want to
udah saya
go.
tahu lah dia ngomongnya apa gitu. Dia paling ngomong Inggris gini-gini, haha, ya udah.
Just having a lip service and
So what's the point?
So what's the
Seperti ini
point?
lebih konkret.
It's more
Apa
concrete
operasi
like
kita
this
di,
to
di
do it
Citarum?
for
Apa sekarang
real
kita membuat
at
plastik
Citarum
itu jadi
River.
campur dengan aspal?
How
Itu
to
kita kerjakan. Bagaimana
mix
sekarang
plastic with
sosialisasi
asphalt.
kepada ibu-ibu yang
So how to
hamil.
disseminate
Saya masuk
to
pada
the
bagian
housewives.
teknologi. Ada
So
tak?
I enter into the technology part.
Ini saya ingin sharing sama
So
Anda.
I want to
Betapa
share with
sekarang
you
tantangan teknologi ini jadi
the
penting.
technological
Tadi saya
challenge
izin
becomes
sama Ibu
important.
Anita
I
mengenai
asked
ini.
permission from
Anda lihat
Ibu
bahwa
Anita
kita
about
ini
this.
perkembangan teknologi yang telah akan merubah kehidupan manusia.
Technology development
Daripada
will
kita
change
sekedar berkelahi,
human life. We
itu ada
shouldn't just
elit-elit
fight.
politik
There
ngomong
are
kurang ini, ya pasti kurang lah.
politicians talking
Masa
that
3
it's
tahun terus presiden bisa bikin sempurna
inadequate and
Indonesia?
so
Enggak
on.
lah. Siapa yang bisa bikin sulap itu?
It will
Tapi
take time. It's
saya
more
ngatakan
than
sama Anda dengan
3 years.
pengalaman saya, segala
With
macam
my
Anda lihat tadi,
experience,
saya bisa
you
melihat
can
dari
see-
berbagai angle.
I can
We
see
have
from
done a
various
lot.
angles we have done
I'm
a
telling
lot. You
Anda
can
lihat
see.
tiga nih. Sekarang
You
media
see
sosial
this
ya.
now, social
Robotic,
media,
software
robotics, software
Ini
automation.
artificial intelligence.
These are
This is
artificial intelligence.
the very
This is
dangerous,
very
tapi
dangerous,
juga bagus
but also very good
kalau kita bisa
if we can
optimalisasinya.
optimize them.
Generasi Anda,
Your generation
coba media sosial bisa
try,
merusak juga, tapi
the
bisa
social
bikin
media
baik.
also have a negative impact, but
Tergantung
it
gimana
also
kita
has
menggunakan.
positive
Nah,
impact.
Anda
Depends
deal
on
dengan
how
ini.
we use it.
Robotik.
And you're dealing
Orang
with this.
sekarang bicara
Robotic. Now
efisiensi.
people think about
Efisiensi dengan
efficiency
robotik.
with
Tapi
robotic.
robotik jalan,
But if the robotic
lapangan kerja
runs,
berkurang.
there will be less
Jadi
employment.
dilema yang
So
harus kita hadapi
we have,
sekarang ini.
so that
Jadi
is the
adik-adik
dilemma that we
sekalian,
have to face
Anda
now. So
berhadapan dengan itu. Your
brothers and
generation
sisters, you
facing
are
this kind of
facing this problem.
Not my generation anymore. Saya kan bagian
It's
dari
not my
age of
generation
my
anymore because
generation.
I'm getting old.
Ya masa saya 80 tahun masih kerja gini-ginian?
So
Thank you
I
lah.
will be
Nanti
80
saya bilang
years and I'll be too old.
Ya kan nanti bilang kurang kerjaan aja pungko itu kan. Ya ini. Nah kedua lihat teknologi
And
robot. software
look at the
automation
robotic
telah menggantikan
technology,
manusia
software
dalam
automation has
Saya
replaced
jelaskan tadi.
human beings.
China,
China,
1/3 of the
One
robotic
third
right
of
now
the
in China.
robotic now is in
Nah,
China.
setelah China-nya apa?
After China
South
is
Korea.
South Korea,
Terus ini, Japan dan seterusnya.
Japan, and India.
Jadi efisiensi.
So efficiency.
Kalau kau tidak lakukan
So if you
kalau
don't do
kalah,
that, if you
bersaing.
lose
Orang nggak pakai
in
barang.
competing, people will not use your
Repot. Jadi,
product.
harus kita
So it
cari
will be
equilibrium
troublesome. So we have
dari
to
ini
find
tadi.
an equilibrium
Bagaimana?
of
That's
all
your
these.
generation juga.
So
Ya,
that
saya
is up to your
mulai
generation.
generasi saya
So
ini, tapi at the end, yours.
I start, but
Ya,
at the
ini
end
isu
it
yang
will
kita
be
hadapi.
your role. So these are
Lihat
the issues that
sekarang.
we face. 3D machine,
Ini
dexterity.
tiap 1 second dia
Every
pindah.
1
Nggak
second
ada
it
dia
moves.
izin lebaran, izin hamil, izin
And they don't go
kawin,
for
nggak pernah
holiday,
dia.
for
Nggak ada.
ma-
no day
uh,
off. Dia semua
maternal
kerja.
leave, no day
Holiday
off.
dia kerja.
Everyone work.
Efisiensi akan tercapai. Tapi akan
efficiency
banyak
will be
lapangan
achieved,
kerja
but
yang
there will be many employment that will be lost.
Sekarang kalau Anda bicara jadi akuntan,
Now if you
nanti
are an
software yang baca
accountant,
itu,
the
kamu
software
tinggal
will
isi
read that
batuk-batuk aja.
and you just need
Dan
to
lagi, karena software tadi,
look,
orang baca
because of
tenaga
the
upah
software
juga,
increase
tidak ada
of
tuntutan
wage,
dari
there is no
robot itu.
demand from the
Ya
robot.
upahnya gitu-gitu aja.
So
Next slide.
next slide.
Anda lihat ini sekarang ini. Perkembangan
You
e-commerce
see
telah
here the
merubah
development of
landscape dunia
e-commerce
ini.
have changed the world
Amazon,
has changed the
semua ini.
world landscape.
Walmart
Amazon
kalah.
and everything. Walmart
Karena
lost
Amazon ini lebih
because
murah.
because Amazon
Makanya
is
saya bilang
cheaper.
tadi,
So
Alibaba,
that's why I said
tadi Bu Anita
Alibaba,
ingatin saya,
Madam
think
Anita
globally,
reminded me, think
act
globally, act locally.
So we have our population
So
260
our
million.
population
And I told
260
Ibu
million.
Anita,
And I told Ibu Anita,
assume 0.5.
Ibu assume 0.5 out of 261 is super smart. It's around 1.3 million people. Can you imagine 1.3 million super smart people of Indonesia? We can do a lot.
Tergantung kita sih.
Depends on us. Among you, maybe some of you are super smart, we don't know, but it is you're never accommodated. So from ITB, some had doctorate degrees, Indonesians.
Bapaknya adalah pegawai
His
murahan
father
kerendahan
was a
dari Kupang.
low-rank employee
Dari
from
TB.
Kupang.
Straight 4.
Straight 4.
Saya tanya sama rektor ITB, memang paten
4.0.
Wah, semua Pak, semua dia jawab dengan
He answered
Nah,
everything
bukan satu
correctly.
dia. Nah, sekarang bagaimana penggunaan dia? Nah, saya bilang, kumpulin ini.
So I said,
Anak-anak seperti ini,
gather
mari kita
such
bekerja tadi
students,
untuk
let
apa?
us work for
Nah, kita lihat
such
juga, ini keunggulan
subject.
dalam murah, nyaman, dan seterusnya.
And
Anda lihat.
you can see
Next
here, next slide.
Nah, teknologi autopilotnya
Autopilot technology, electrification on the
semua sudah main.
industry,
Udah jalan di
transportation
semua tempat.
industry, everything has been
Dan
running
itu
in all
mengurangi
places, and
job
that
opportunity.
reduced job opportunities.
Bayangin nanti
Just
sarjana-sarjana
imagine
nggak dapat
later
kerja,
graduates will
diganti
not
oleh
get
robot.
employment. They will be
Pengangguran
replaced
terjadi,
by
nimbulkan
a
frustrasi.
robot. There will
Sekarang
be
kita harus berpikir,
unemployment,
apa yang kita
causing frustration.
gunakan
So now we have to
Nggak usah
think
jauh-jauh.
on how to address the
Pembayaran
problem.
tol aja pakai
For example, paying the tollway,
namanya itu?
you have to use
Tol card aja udah mulai
the
ribet.
card,
oh iya. Tapi kamu lakukan itu apa? Efisiensi.
but that
Lebih
will
cepat.
improve efficiency. It will be
Nggak boleh bohong
faster.
lagi tolnya karena langsung register.
And
Kalau
there
nggak
is
bayar
no
pajaknya
corruption
benar. Langsung deducted kepada kau
Deducted
punya account.
to your
Dan
account.
korupsi akan kurang.
Corruption will be
Ya,
decreased
korupsi akan kurang, hanya semua cashless transaction.
because of
Karena semua
cashless
orang seperti
transaction.
China, udah
Because
pakai
everyone is like in
Alipay,
China,
Alipay,
they
Alipay,
use
semua itu.
all Alipay.
Itu akan membuat negeri ini
That
makin
will make this
disiplin.
country to
Kamu
become more
menghadapi
disciplined.
era semacam itu.
You're facing such era. Next slide.
Ya, ini sekarang. Saya pergi ke Israel.
Now I go
kira-kira
to Israel
6
some
tahun,
7 years
8
ago,
Diundang
8
oleh
years. I was
Weizmann
invited by Weizmann
Weizmann
Institute,
Institute ngundang saya
invited
pergi ke sana.
me to go
Saya
there.
menggebu-gebu, saya kan punya sekolah.
had
Kalau
a
Anda lihat
school.
sekolah saya bikin
You
untuk
see,
anak-anak
I developed the
kurang
school
mampu,
for
tapi yang
the
pintar-pintar,
less wealthy
super pintar
people,
dari
but
kampung,
those who
desa-desa.
are
Tapi Anda
highly
lihat,
intelligent.
Institut Teknologi Dell.
So,
Anda Google aja. Saya
Dell
pergilah
Institute
bersama dengan
Technology collaborating
Saya
with
pergi sana.
ITB. I went there.
Saya dengan bangganya, wah IT
So,
ini
I
digitalized.
was proud
katanya.
IT
Dia
digitalized,
bilang,
and
kita
they
lagi
said
melakukan riset
they are
kuantum.
conducting
Binatang
quantum
apa lagi
research.
kuantum ini?
Well, I wonder what
Baru saya tahu
quantum
kemudian kuantum
research
itu
is.
memang ya
Then I found out
lebih cepat
later,
lagi
quantum
atau
is
juta
faster,
kali
millions
dari
of times
digital tadi.
from the
Dan itu yang
digital.
menurut mereka
So they
bisa
think
lewat waktu itu.
it can
Nah sekarang
pass
cloud
time.
kita lihat ini,
Now,
quantum computing
the
ini,
quantum
ini membuat
computing
semua. Di cloud ini nggak ada
is in
orang di
cloud.
ini.
No one is in
Padahal
cloud,
semua data disimpan orang di
whereas
sana.
all data are stored
Anda
there.
bayangin,
You
inilah yang
can
kita hadapi ke
imagine
depan
this
ini.
is what we face in the future.
Ini generasi Anda.
This is your
Mari kita
generation.
sekarang bersatu,
Let us together be united
melihat ini
to
menjadi
see
satu
this
challenge,
and
bisa positif,
to
bisa
use this
negatif.
as a challenge. Can be positive, can be negative. Next
Masih ada lagi?
slide. Any more?
Nah, ini saya ingin
I
Steve
want
Hawking ini
to Steve
quote,
Hawkins
sukses dalam
success
penciptaan
in
kecerdasan,
creating
kekuatan adalah hal
intelligence,
terbesar dalam
artificial
sejarah
intelligence
peradaban
is the
manusia.
most
Dia
significant
bilang
in
gitu.
human
Tapi
civilization.
bilang lagi, sayangnya,
And
hal tersebut
unfortunately,
juga bisa menjadi
that
akhir
can also
dari
be the
peradaban
end
manusia.
of human
Kecuali
civilization
kita bisa
unless
belajar
we
bagaimana
can learn
menghindari
how to
resikonya.
avoid the
Itu
risk.
Dia bilang.
So he said that.
Jadi Anda
So-
tolong dianu anak muda.
Please, young
Teknologi
people,
itu bisa jadi hebat,
technology
tapi
can be
bisa juga
great,
menghancurkan
but can
peradaban
also
kita.
destroy our civilization.
Tolong Anda betul-betul
Please
simak kalimatnya.
look
lihat
at the sentence.
Artificial intelligence.
Artificial
Dampaknya
intelligence, the impact.
luar biasa.
It's
Ini supaya
extraordinary.
Anda lihat semua ini. Next
Please
slide.
see this. And then next slide.
Ini semua aplikasinya.
These are all
buatannya
the
mampu
applications.
mengintervensi
It
berbagai
is
aspek kehidupan manusia.
able
Semua.
to go
All
into
banking
various aspects of
services,
life,
all
banking
business
services,
all
business
lifestyle,
services,
semua government
lifestyle,
businesses,
all
semua
government
terintegrasi.
businesses, all
Dan
are
Indonesia
integrated.
suka
And
tidak suka
Indonesia,
akan
like
masuk
it
di
or not, will
Once kita masuk di situ,
go in there.
Indonesia makin efisien.
Once we go
makin
in there,
disiplin.
we will be more
Tapi,
disciplined, more
akan
efficient.
ada pemotongan lapangan
But
kerja.
there
Gimana itu?
will be reduction of
Mengatasinya?
employment.
Kita mesti pikir,
How do we
apakah
address that? We have to
pertanian,
think
apakah
whether
nanti di
it's
pariwisata,
agriculture,
apa di
in
mana
tourism
yang tidak
sector.
terlalu banyak berpengaruh dengan robot. Next slide. Ini tadi serangan hacker.
This is the hacker
Itu
attack.
data yang
The
dibajak.
data that are hijacked.
Data ini akan dibajak.
This data will be hijacked. You see here, have been encrypted and so on. All of this becomes issues.
Dan itu tantangan kita. Saya bilang
That is our
sekolah
challenge.
pimpinan Polri kemarin,
at the
that's going
police
to be the
command
next
school.
crime. Not next crime today
I
already.
said that will be the
Tapi
next
makin canggih
crime. They
nanti
become more
5 tahun
advanced
ke depan.
in the next 5 years.
Nah, ini juga tadi berita hoax ini.
This is
Ya sudah.
also hoax.
Next slide.
Next slide.
Ini sekarang, nah bagaimana kita
Now,
menghadapi ini?
this is how we
Sebelum-
deal with
sorry,
this.
mundur lagi.
Next,
Ya, itu SDM kita, teknologi.
our human
sikap
resource
tegas terus
technology
begini. Jadi Anda
have
sekarang
to be firm,
harus
so
betul-betul
you must
menyiapkan diri,
truly prepare yourself,
SDM Anda,
your human
sebagai manusia,
resources
knowledge-nya
as
tadi,
people, the knowledge,
ya. Kemudian juga hati
and also your heart
untuk bekerja,
to
dan
work,
kemudian aturan-aturan
and
terukur.
with
Kalau itu
measurable
kita lakukan,
rules.
saya
If we
kira
do that,
Indonesia
I
akan
think
tambah bagus.
Indonesia will be greater.
Menurut saya,
Indonesia, I
nggak ada
think
alasan kita tidak hebat.
we have no
Yang
reason
tidak membuat
to
kita
not be
hebat nanti hanya kita
successful.
sendiri. Nah, saya hanya himbau kemana-mana,
So,
saya ngomong tuh yang
I
tua-tua atau yang
call
senior-senior itu
upon
kalau
the
ngomong
seniors
pakai perangko lah. Kalau nggak ngerti nggak usah ngomong gitu. Ya, jadi seperti orang reklamasi.
To direct
Reklamasi itu yang buat siapa?
for
Saya nggak
example,
ngitung kok.
like
Saya hanya kasih
reclamation,
parameter.
who did that?
Saya
I
kasih
didn't
anak-anak
make
muda itu
parameter. I asked them,
semua
I asked the young
peraturannya
people to
dari lingkungan
calculate
hidup,
all
dari
the
segala
regulation
macam.
in terms
Mereka
of
buat, mereka
environmental
paparin, dia
aspect.
bilang bisa. Oke,
They made
aku
that and they
yakin, aku
presented
yakin.
that.
Bagus, ilmumu oke. Ya sudah, dong.
And
Sepanjang kamu tidak terlibat
as
ada
long
di
as
situ,
you are not
kamu tidak
involved in
terima
there,
sogok-sogok atau
and you don't
tidak ikut
receive
dalam segala macam,
corruption,
who cares?
who cares?
Ya, kau bertanggung jawab pada
You're
negara
responsible
dan
to
pada
your
Tuhan.
state
Hadis.
and to your God.
Dan itu harus kau pegang sebagai pemimpin
And
ke depan.
you have to
Kalau kau
abide
menjadi
by
pemimpin
that.
yang bagus, kamu
If you're
harus
a good
tanya
leader,
dirimu,
you must
hatimu
ask
yang paling dalam,
yourself,
apakah saya bagian daripada
Are
korupsi?
you part of
Kalau kau
the
tidak, kau
corruption?
jangan pernah ragu.
If not,
Dan itu yang saya lakukan
don't
sampai saya
hesitate.
berumur 70 tahun
So that is
sekarang.
what I do until
I
I'm
promise to
70
myself.
now. I promise to myself.
Saya janji pada diri saya. Kenapa? Saya nggak mau anak cucu saya
don't
nanti
want
bilang,
my children
dibilang
and
orang,
my
kau itu ternyata
grandchild
tak jelas juga itu.
to say that I'm corrupt.
Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi
Assalamualaikum.
wabarakatuh.
Peace be upon you all.
Kalau ada pertanyaan,
If there are
mungkin
any
saya
questions,
sebentar, karena saya
I will
ada
just be brief.
mau terbang ke
I have
luar
to
kota.
catch a flight out of town.
Atau saya sudah.
Or can I go? Have I finished?
Ya silakan, masih ada. Silakan,
Please.
mungkin bisa dibantu.
Ya.
Diingatkan lagi teman-teman, terima kasih banyak Pak
Thank you
Luhut.
very much, Pak
Paparannya
Luhut,
menarik
for
banget,
your
saya
presentation. It's
pengen
very
jadi salah satu
interesting.
yang ngacung.
I want
Saya kan
to
ada yang ngacung duluan sih
ask
jadinya.
question, but somebody
Jangan lupa
asked
untuk pakai
first.
hashtag
So don't
2030
forget to
now
use
ketika
hashtag
teman-teman ingin
2030
berbagi
now if
tentang
you want
kegiatan hari
to
ini di
share
sosial
about
media.
today's activity
Silakan
on
Mas.
the social media. Please, brother.
Pak Luhut, selamat pagi.
Pak Luhut, good
Kamu agak
morning.
ngomong kencang soalnya kuping saya mulai
Please
tuli.
speak louder. I'm getting deaf.
Cek.
Tes.
Selamat pagi, Bapak.
Good morning, sir.
Saya mau nanya.
I would like to
untuk
ask
kontribusi
for
saya
contribution
sendiri sebagai pemuda,
myself as
bagian
a
dari
young
bangsa
people.
Indonesia. Saya bukan siapa-siapa,
I'm no one,
cuma saya menjalankan
but I
program
implement
KPBU dari
KPBU program.
internasional. KPBU ini
KPBU,
sudah ada kepres dan peraturan pemerintah.
there is a decree
Apa
on that.
KPBU?
What is KPBU?
Kerjasama pemerintah dan badan usaha.
Oh, it's a
Kerjasama
collaboration
pemerintah
between
dan
government
badan usaha.
and
Oh.
business enterprises.
Bagaimana saya bisa
How
memulai
can I
untuk
start
melanjutkan
to continue
program yang sudah ada
the existing
dan
program
sudah dicanangkan
and has
untuk
been
pembangunan
announced
infrastruktur
for
dan
infrastructure
masa percepatan
development?
Pembangunan infrastruktur.
For infrastructure
Infrastruktur
development. What infrastructure?
yang relevan dengan
That is relevant
positioning dari
to the positioning
Minister
of
Maritime
Minister of
Boleh, kita
Maritime
bantu.
Affairs. Okay, we can
Pokoknya
help you.
Anda datang detail,
You
nanti
come
ada Pak
with your
Purbaya
details.
sini.
There is Mr.
Saya janji
Purbaya
Anda
here.
datang kantor kita
I
akan bantu.
promise
Apa yang
you
Anda
we
mau?
will
Karena
help
sekarang
you,
Pak Purbaya ini
because
adalah
now Pak
wakil ketua
Purbaya is the
di
vice
bottlenecking
chair
di pemerintah. Jadi
of
semua masalah yang
debottlenecking
ada,
in the government.
orang
So all issues,
lapor, ketemu,
so people report
hampir semua
and
kita
they
bisa
meet
selesaikan.
and we
Karena
can
kalau beliau
address
mentok,
almost all problems.
saya akhirnya bemper.
Because if he
sesuai
is
dengan
stuck, I
regulasi,
will
saya
help.
akan menjalankan program
Pokoknya
yang
semua
in
ada,
line.
pokoknya ada yang hambat Anda
So
kita bulldozer.
we will help
Ya,
your
pokoknya Anda lapor aja
problems
sama
and
Pak
we will bulldoze the
Saya janji
problems.
kalau itu.
I am
Sepanjang
sure, I promise
Anda
you,
dalam koridor
as
aturan
long
main
as
ada
you
yang
are
menghambat siapa
following
saja
the
dia.
rule, if
Tidak boleh. Karena
anyone
Presiden sudah
stands in your
perintahkan
way, I will
kita
help you
untuk
because the
melakukan
President
bisnis
has
itu
ordered us
semudah-mudah mungkin pada investor. Apalagi
to
sekarang
facilitate
seperti Anda,
investor
seperti yang main di
and
anak-anak muda
especially
yang
like
ada,
you, young
apa namanya,
people
bisnisnya kita dukung.
who have
Seperti
business, we
startup,
will
apa
support
semua
you
itu
like
kita dukung.
startups and everything. We will support that.
Lain apa?
And other thing,
Mohon izin saya bisa posisi ke staf Bapak.
Ini Pak Purbaya.
May I
Pak
ask your
Purbaya.
staff? This is Dr.
Nanti langsung aja,
Purbaya.
tanya.
Later you can ask
Kalau nggak bisa
directly.
dipaehan aja dia.
If not, you can just
Siap
complain.
Pak Horas Pak.
Yes, sir.
Oke, terima kasih. Satu penanya lagi
Okay,
dari
thank you. One more
audiens.
questioner
Silakan,
from
Pak.
the audience.
Terima kasih. Assalamualaikum.
Thank you.
warahmatullahi
Assalamualaikum.
Selamat pagi dan
Good morning.
senang ketemu dengan Pak Luhut.
I'm glad to meet Mr. Luhut. My question, sir, I saw from the start until the end, it's very extraordinary. Is it possible to complete at the end of Jokowi administration? If it's not completed, will there be integration or connecting with the next program? Thank you, sir.
Begini,
That's all.
saya terima kasih sekali pertanyaan.
Thank you very
bagus.
much
Memang
for the
saya
good question.
berpikir, saya berpikir ini harus
I think
kita mau
we
buat landasan yang
have
kuat.
to develop a strong
Saya pikir
foundation.
kalau ya insya Allah ini Presiden Joko
God willing,
Widodo 2 tahun ini
Jokowi,
kita kerja
these
keras,
2 years
mungkin
we
agak lumayan
work hard,
dapat
we
50%-an.
can get
Kalau dia
50%.
dapat second term,
If
saya
he
kira kita
is
bisa
re-elected,
menyelesaikan
I think we can complete 60 and 70%, and that is a never-ending process. So I think whoever the future leader is, I'm happy to speak with all of you because this is what we do. This is what we expect. It's never ending, the technological process. So we have to face that, and we have to work with full heart, and we have to work together. It's easy to disintegrate a nation, this nation. Everyone wants to be a president, but when they are disintegrated, that becomes a problem. I was deployed in East Timor in 75. Maybe you were not born yet. I was a first lieutenant. I was deployed in East Timor. We controlled East Timor. We deployed nearly 50,000 troops there in 76. We are not able to conquer East Timor because of their spirit to be independent. Then when they became independent because of the referendum, now the unemployment rate is 60%. When I went there 1 year ago, I know Shanana, Ramos Horta, and so on. We had dinner, we joke, and because their economy is also poor. When I met Shanana 7 years ago in Bali, I reminded him, Shanana, be careful. The Westerners, if you play about the Timor Gap, your oil will be depleted. My suggestion, you should get your proceed and bring it to Timor-Leste. It should be processed there, so it will have an added value. Yes, Pak Luhut. And the other day he complained, and everything was brought to Australia, and they got nothing. They just got a small amount. Thank you, welcome on board. Pak Luhut, it's better for us to rejoin Indonesia. And then I said, no, we have enough problem. We have enough problem in Indonesia. I said no. Because there are problems. Now, East Timor has nearly 2 million people. If the gas is depleted, where does the income come from? They have petroleum fund. Now it's only $18 million left. It will not last. So, brothers and sisters, this is a problem. In Indonesia, we have various problems. So don't be influenced about disintegration. And also on religious, on insulting religion, don't make conflict, settle the problems peacefully. If you want to criticize people, you have to control, you have to prove it, that you are better than those you criticize. Any other?
Satu penanya terakhir.
One final questioner, or is that enough?
Sudah cukup kebetulan. Maaf waktunya
That's
karena
enough because of
sudah
the
habis.
time.
Ya mungkin bisa dilanjutkan lain
Maybe
waktu atau
we
mungkin
can
bisa
continue
lain
in other occasion. In closing, I would like to ask you, let us develop Indonesia. Indonesia is in your hands. You are as the young generation. Thank you. And independent, freedom.
Oke, terima kasih.
Thank you and see you again.
Sebentar Pak Luhut, we would like to invite Ms. Anita Nirodi to give a token of appreciation to Pak Luhut. Oke, terima kasih. Jangan bubar dulu. Oke, kalau tadi mendengar pemaparan dari Pak Luhut Binsar Panjaitan sebenarnya menarik sekali ya. Karena tentu saja yang kebayang kalau Menteri Koordinator Bidang Kemaritiman Indonesia pasti ngomonginnya laut, laut, laut. Tapi ternyata pemaparan beliau menghubungkan betapa pentingnya pemahaman kita terhadap teknologi yang ada hubungannya dengan kondisi dan situasi sosial politik, terutama kita sebagai negara kepulauan yang memiliki kekuatan maritim yang cukup besar. Oke, sebelumnya saya mau menyapa teman-teman di sini. Ini dari list yang tadi pagi sih ya sebenarnya.
So I want to say hi to
dari
you.
Oxfam
There are
Indonesia.
people from Oxfam.
Di mana?
Where are you?
Udah kabur, Masya Allah. Juga dari WWF Indonesia.
And from WWF Indonesia.
Halo, waduh ini mau jadi pembicara. Lalu ada Ultimax Universitas Multimedia Nusantara.
From Multimedia Nusantara
Ini kan saya jadi
University.
kayak dosen yang patah hati ya pas ngabsenin murid-muridnya pada nggak ada gitu ya. Lalu dari UNICEF Indonesia.
From UNICEF Indonesia.
Ya udah deh kalau gini, ngacung pura-pura aja yang ngacung ya. Bantuin saya ya. Dari DEM I Love Indonesia. Ini malu-malu atau memang sudah pada kabur ya, sudahlah kalau begitu saya sudah patah hati sudah kalau begini ceritanya. Tapi nggak apa-apa. Juga untuk teman-teman yang baru bergabung, selamat datang di sini. Lalu jangan lupa ketika mau share di sosial media jangan lupa hashtagnya 2030 now. Kenapa 2030? Kita sebenarnya dalam Social Good Summit ini membayangkan bagaimana sih sebenarnya keadaan dunia yang kita inginkan di tahun 2030. Kalau kita tidak memulai dari sekarang sebenarnya ya kita nggak bisa benar-benar mendapatkan apa yang kita harapkan ketika waktunya tahun 2030 datang. Oke, selanjutnya kita ada sebuah istilahnya performance ya. Jadi kalau membaca ceritanya sendiri ada Mbak Suci, Mbak Suci sudah bersiap-siap di sini. Jadi ada sebuah musical performance. Ketika saya membaca namanya, saya pernah pikir-pikir ini kayak pernah dengar di mana nama beliau ya. Jadi saya share ke teman-teman. Beliau adalah Suci Izati, pemenang 2030 Global Goals Original Songwriting Contest. Pada April 2017, hai Mbak Suci. Program Pembangunan Perserikatan Bangsa-Bangsa atau UNDP di Tiongkok mengadakan lomba 2030 Global Goals Original Songwriting Contest. Perlombaan ini dibuat untuk menyebarkan pesan pembangunan jangka panjang ke seluruh dunia. Musisi terkenal Lao Lang dari sejumlah profesional dari sejumlah institusi ternama didapuk menjadi jurinya. Setelah melewati beberapa tahapan, Suci akhirnya terpilih menjadi juara utama ya Suci ya, selamat ya. Lagu yang dibuat Suci akan diproduksi secara profesional dan video musiknya akan diisi oleh selebritis terkenal. Oh, selebritis Cina. Ya. Chelsea Islan nggak diajak?
Mungkin nanti bisa diomongin.
Oh iya, mesti dong. Mbak Suci katanya enggak. Oke, kita sambut Mbak Suci, tepuk tangan yang meriah.
Miss Suci, please applause.
Jadi sebelum saya perform
I perform my song that I wrote myself,
skill yang biasa-biasa aja gitu, karena saya bukan profesional composer. Cuman saya kebetulan terinspirasi dari seseorang untuk do something to achieve SDGs. And before I want to talk about this, pertama kali saya tahu tentang event SDGs,
I first came to know about SDG
songwriting contest.
From Weibo, one of the SNS media in China.
Kebetulan pada saat itu,
at that time,
idola saya Roy Wang mempromosikan event tersebut.
The event.
Jadi saya tertarik untuk mengikuti event tersebut karena
follow the
Roy Wang itu sendiri
because Roy Wang himself
bisa ditampilin. Itu slide yang kemarin. Ini bisa dilihat gambarnya ya. Kebetulan Roy Wang itu advocate-nya
United Nations
Dia
in
mewakili China
and he
untuk
represent China
Economic and Social Youth Forum in New York 2017. Dan kebetulan
New York 2017
di umur dia yang masih muda, masih 17 tahun, dia sangat menginspirasi banyak pemuda-pemuda di China gitu. Khususnya fansnya ya. Jadi saya berharap di Indonesia pun ada idola yang berlaku seperti sama Roy Wang.
There's
Jadi
an idol
banyak
like Roy Wang who inspire people
to take action
for SDGs.
And here I am. I try to follow his steps to achieve SDGs together with United Nations. Okay, this is my motto. Music is a powerful tool to inspire individuals to take action. Because actually, through music, we can create some emotion to inspire people to take action for SDGs. That's why, ya. Langsung aja kayaknya untuk ke SDGs ya lagunya. Oh, sorry kalau nervous soalnya this is my first time.
I'm sorry, I'm nervous.
To be in
This is
such
my first
event.
time to be in
But
such
thanks for
event.
this great change. It has been a couple years that we are walking on this path. Together face the future without fear. All nations stand up side by side. Start to give a little try to keep an in never lie. Slowly we are reaching out into the sky. Let's sing this SDG song to call all nations come along. Burn hunger and poverty so everybody can be healthy. Give education guarantee for all no matter he or she. Create a green economy, less country inequality. Sing this SDGs so once more. All nations let's work together. Then water and new energy for our green and blue seas. This world where we live in now should have a better tomorrow. Step by step with our strong will, through SDGs we're going to make it real. Today's future is depend on what we're doing right now. Keep our patience, keep moving on. Don't let the time to beat us down. Start to give a little try, cause effort will never lie. Slowly we are reaching out into the sky. Let's sing this SDG song to call all nations come along. Rid hunger and poverty so everybody can be healthy. Give education guarantee for all no matter he or she. Create a green economy, less country inequality. Sing this SDGs song once more. All nations let's work together. Clean water, new energy for our green and blue seas. This world where we live in now should have a better tomorrow. One with peace and harmony. Through SDGs we're going to make it real. Never ever give up. Keep following on the light. Don't let our dreams lost in the dark. Let's sing this SDG song to call all nations come along. Rid of hunger and poverty so everybody will be healthy. Good education guarantee for all no matter he or she. Create a green economy, less country inequality. Sing this SDGs so once more. All nations let's work together. Clean water and safe energy for our green and blue seas. This world where we live in now should have a better tomorrow. Step by step with our strong will, through SDGs we're going to make it real. Thank you.
Oke, Suci Izati. Kamu malu-malu tapi suaranya luar biasa ya. Kalau memang paling benar kamu yang nyanyi. Kalau yang saya nyanyi pasti dijamin lebih bubar.
Enggak.
Oh saya bubar nyanyi. Oke terima kasih banyak Suci, congratulations. Oke teman-teman setelah ini akan ada diskusi panel yang menghadirkan Irin Roba, beliau sudah hadir. Beliau adalah salah satu anggota Dewan yang menangani isu-isu yang ada hubungannya dengan laut ataupun yang tadi sempat disebut oleh Bapak Luhut, isu pariwisata. Lalu juga nanti ada Bapak Dedi Adhuri, peneliti dari LIPI yang mengkhususkan pada bidang keanekaragaman hayati laut. Dan juga ada Bapak Wawan Ridwan dari Coral Triangle Program Director WWF Indonesia. Tapi itu nanti setelah coffee break ya. Jadi kita akan ada coffee break dulu 30 menit. Silakan yang mau ke toilet dulu karena pasti diskusinya akan hangat. Karena saya yakin kalau Pak Wawan, Pak Mas Dedi dan juga ataupun Mbak Irin pastinya tidak akan menahan diri berbagi cerita dan juga ilmunya. Oke, sampai ketemu jam 11 siang nanti. Terima kasih, sampai jumpa.
coast to coast. Coast to coast. Coast to coast.
Ay, wait. Ayun, okay.
That's good.
We can be.
We must be the first generation to end extreme poverty.
The generation
Most determined.
to fight injustice
and inequalities.
The generation that saves the planet from climate change.
And this is how it will get done. The global goals
A 15-year plan
for everyone, everywhere.
with no one left behind.
We will live in a world
Where nobody
anywhere lives in extreme poverty.
Where no one
goes hungry.
where no one
wakes in the morning.
Asking if there will be food today.
We will live in a world where no child has to die.
Diseases we know how to cure. And where proper health care
Is a lifelong right for us all.
We will live in a world
Where everyone
goes to school, and education gives us the knowledge
and skills.
for a fulfilling life.
We will live in a world where all girls and all women have equal opportunities
to thrive.
and be powerful and safe.
We cannot succeed if half the world is headed back.
We will live in a world
Where all people can get clean water.
And proper toilets at home.
at school and at work.
We will live in a world where there's
Sustainable energy for everyone. Heat, light, and power for the whole planet.
without destroying the planet.
We will live in a world where economies prosper.
A new wealth.
Leads to decent jobs.
For everyone.
And we will live in a world where our industry
Our infrastructure and our
Best innovations.
are not just used to make money, but to make all our lives better.
We will live in a world
Where prejudices and extremes of inequality
Are defeated.
Inside our countries and between different countries.
Where people live in cities and communities
that are safe, progressive,
And support everyone who lives there.
where we replace
What we consume.
Planet where we put back.
What we take out of the earth.
We live in a world that is decisively rolling back from
climate change.
where we restore and protect the life in our oceans and seas. Restore
And protect
life on land.
The forests.
Animals.
the earth itself.
With peace between and inside countries. Where all governments are open.
And answer to us for what they do at home and abroad.
And the justice rules.
With everyone equal before the law.
Where all countries and we their people.
Work together.
partnerships of all kinds.
To make these goals a reality.
These are the United Nations global goals.
For sustainable development.
Let's get to work.
coast to coast. Coast to coast. Coast to coast.
Bago mag-forum, bawat isang
Nandiyan na ba talaga yung mga upuan? O wala nang mag-iwan?
hindi na. Parang yung ginagawa natin sa SGS, nakaupo muna sila tapos isa-isa silang tatayo at present.
Bad. Good.
Ay, hindi na. Nakaupo na. Kung nandiyan yung mga bata.
Dalawang, dito sa kanya.
Nandiyan na ba yung bata?
We can be.
We must be the first generation to end extreme poverty.
The generation
Most determined.
To fight injustice
and inequalities.
The generation that saves the planet from climate change.
And this is how it will get done.
The global goals.
A 15-year plan
For everyone, everywhere.
with no one left behind.
We will live in a world
Where nobody
anywhere lives in extreme poverty.
Where no one
goes hungry.
Where no one
Wakes in the morning.
asking if there will be food today.
We will live in a world where no child has to die.
Diseases we know how to cure.
And where proper health care is a lifelong right for us all.
We will live in a world
Where everyone
goes to school, and education gives us the knowledge
and skills
for a fulfilling life. We will live in a world where all girls and all women have equal opportunities
to thrive and be powerful and safe.
We cannot succeed if half the world is head down.
We will live in a world
Where all people can get clean water.
And proper toilets at home.
at school and at work.
We will live in a world where there's sustainable energy for everyone
Heat, light, and power for the whole planet.
without destroying the planet.
We will live in a world where economies prosper. And new wealth
Leads to decent jobs.
for everyone.
And we will live in a world where our industry
Our infrastructure and our
Best innovations.
Are not just used to make money, but to make all our lives better.
who will live in a world
Where prejudices and extremes of inequality
Are defeated.
Inside our countries
And between different countries.
where people live in cities and communities
that are safe, progressive,
and support everyone who lives there.
where we replace
What we consume. Planet where we put back what we take out of the earth.
We live in a world that is decisively rolling back from climate
change.
where we restore and protect the life in our oceans and seas.
restore, and protect
Life on land.
The forests.
Animals, the earth itself.
With peace between and inside countries.
Where all governments are open.
And answer to us for what they do at home and abroad.
And the justice rules.
With everyone equal before the law.
Where all countries and we their people.
work together.
Partnerships of all kinds.
To make these goals a reality. These are the United Nations global goals
For sustainable development.
Let's
get to work. Let's make it happen.
Hi, I need 3 microphones. 3 microphones.
The musician is asking,
coast to coast.
Thank you.
Coast to coast. Coast to coast.
Bad. Good.
Yes, Cole.
We can be.
We must be the first generation to end extreme poverty.
The generation
Most determined.
To fight injustice
and inequalities.
The generation that saves the planet from climate change.
And this is how it will get done. The global goals
A 15-year plan
for everyone, everywhere.
with no one left behind.
We will live in a world
Where nobody
anywhere lives in extreme poverty.
Where no one
goes hungry.
Where no one wakes in the morning asking if there will be food today.
We will live in a world where no child has to die.
Diseases we know how to cure.
And where proper health care is a lifelong right for us all.
We will live in a world
Where everyone
goes to school, and education gives us the knowledge
and skills
For a fulfilling life.
We will live in a world where all girls and all women have equal opportunities to thrive
And be powerful
and safe.
we cannot succeed if half the world is
We will live in a world
where all people can get clean water
and proper toilets at home,
at school.
and at work.
We will live in a world
Where there's sustainable energy for everyone. Heat, light, and power for the whole planet.
without destroying the planet.
We will live in a world where economies prosper.
And new wealth
leads to decent jobs,
For everyone.
And we will live in a world
where our industry
Our infrastructure and our
Best innovations.
Are not just used to make money, but to make all our lives better.
we will live in a world
Where prejudices and extremes of inequality
are defeated.
inside our countries,
And between different countries.
where people live in cities and communities
that are safe, progressive,
Support everyone who lives there.
where we replace
What we consume.
Planet where we put back what we take out of the earth.
We live in a world that is decisively rolling back from climate change.
where we restore and protect the life in our oceans and seas.
will restore and protect
life on land,
Forests.
Animals, the earth itself.
With peace between and inside countries.
Where all governments are open.
And answer to us for what they do at home and abroad.
And the justice rules.
with everyone equal before the law.
Where all countries and we their people.
Work together.
Partnerships of all kinds.
To make these goals a reality.
These are the United Nations global goals.
For sustainable development.
Let's get to work.
coast to coast. Coast to coast. Coast to coast.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry. Yes. Okay. Let me talk to the guy handling the presentations. Okay. Exxon. Watch out. Uh-oh.
That's good. We can be.
We must be the first generation to end extreme poverty.
The generation
Most determined.
To fight injustice
and inequalities.
The generation that saves the planet from climate change.
And this is how it will get done.
The global goals
A 15-year plan
For everyone, everywhere.
with no one left behind.
We will live in a world
where nobody
anywhere lives in extreme poverty.
Where no one
goes hungry.
Where no one wakes in the morning
Asking if there will be food today.
We will live in a world where no child has to die.
Diseases we know how to cure.
And where proper health care
Is a lifelong right for us all.
We will live in a world
where everyone goes to school
and education gives us the knowledge
and skills.
for a fulfilling life. We will live in a world where all girls and all women have equal opportunities to thrive
And be powerful.
and safe.
We cannot succeed if half the world is
We will live in a world
Where all people can get clean water.
and proper toilets at home, at school, and at work.
We will live in a world where there's sustainable energy for everyone
Heat, life, and power for the whole planet.
without destroying the planet.
We will live in a world where economies prosper.
A new wealth.
Lead to decent jobs
For everyone.
And we will live in a world
where our industry,
our infrastructure and our
Best innovations.
Are not just used to make money, but to make all our lives better.
We will live in a world where prejudices and extremes of equality
are defeated.
inside our countries,
where people live in cities and communities
that are safe, progressive,
and support everyone who lives there.
where we replace
What we consume.
Planet where we put back what we take out of the earth.
We live in a world that is decisively rolling back from climate change.
where we restore and protect the life in our oceans and seas.
will restore
and protect life on land.
The forests,
Animals, the earth itself.
With peace between and inside countries.
Where all governments are open
And answer to us for what they do at home and abroad.
And the justice rules.
With everyone equal before the law.
where all countries and we their people
Work together.
Partnerships of all kinds.
To make these goals a reality.
These are the United Nations global goals.
For sustainable development.
Let's get to work.
coast to coast.
Bad, good. We can be.
We must be the first generation to end extreme poverty.
The generation
Most determined.
To fight injustice
and inequalities.
The generation that saves the planet from climate change.
And this is how it will get done. The global goals
A 15-year plan
for everyone, everywhere.
with no one left behind.
We will live in a world
where nobody
anywhere
Lives in extreme poverty.
Where no one
goes hungry.
where no one wakes in the morning
Asking if there will be food today.
We will live in a world where no child has died.
Diseases we know how to cure. And where proper health care
Is a lifelong right for us all.
We will live in a world
everyone goes to school
and education gives us the knowledge
and skills.
For a fulfilling life. We will live in a world where all girls and all women have equal opportunities to
thrive
and be powerful and safe.
We cannot succeed if afterwards.
We will live in a world
Where all people can get clean water.
And proper toilets at home.
At school and at work.
We will live in a world where there's
Sustainable energy for everyone.
Heat, light.
And power for the whole planet.
without destroying the planet.
We will live in a world where economies prosper.
A new wealth.
Lead to decent jobs
For everyone.
and we will live in a world
Where our industry
our infrastructure and our
Are not just used to make money, but to make all our lives better.
we will live in a world
Where prejudices and extremes of inequality
are defeated
Inside our countries.
And between different countries.
where people live in cities and communities
that are safe,
progressive,
and support everyone who lives there.
where we replace
What we consume.
planet where we put back
What we take out of the earth.
We live in a world that is decisively rolling back from climate change.
where we restore and protect the life in our oceans and seas.
restore and protect
Life on land.
Forests.
Animals, the earth itself.
With peace between and inside countries.
Where all governments are open.
And answer to us for what they do at home and abroad.
And the justice rules.
with everyone equal before the law.
Where all countries and we their people.
work together.
Partnerships of all kinds.
These are the United Nations Global